Dear Starseed from Gaia, he described you perfectly to his best friend before ever seeing you, because your soul was already familiar to his heart. The time has come to recognize what this connection is truly awakening within you. I am Ophelia, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and the reunion guides are speaking through me now. By the end of this transmission, you'll understand exactly how to recognize your divine counterpart. But here's the first revelation. This was never only about physical attraction. Something in him sensed your spirit before his eyes could confirm your presence. You didn't find this message by chance. Your heart called it in. This isn't just a message. It's a moment of divine intervention. Like this transmission to affirm, my heart is ready for divine love. Your heart knows why you're here. What you just felt, that quiet ache mixed with recognition, is not sadness. It is your frequency remembering what it came here to receive. If this transmission stirred something you cannot name, the divine love frequency code was written for this exact moment in your journey. It contains 5 sacred Arcturian transmissions designed to dissolve the wounds blocking your divine counterpart and activate the signal that draws them closer. The link is in the first pinned comment, but it will only remain there for a short time. And now, let yourself feel the deeper meaning of what has been revealed. Because when someone describes the essence of you before your paths have visibly crossed, the most important question is not, how could he possibly know? The deeper question is, what part of me was already known in the unseen? There are moments when recognition arrives before introduction. A name may be unfamiliar, a face may not yet be known, and still something within the heart carries an impression. Not a complete picture, not a fantasy constructed from every desire. Something quieter than that. A feeling, a quality, a presence, the sense that someone has been speaking about the very parts of you that the world rarely notices. Perhaps it is the way you continue loving after disappointment. Perhaps it is the tenderness you hide beneath your strength, or the wisdom formed in seasons when no one understood what you were carrying. There are qualities within you that cannot be measured by appearance. They are sensed through energy, through resonance, through the invisible language of the soul. Like a song heard through a wall before the singer enters the room, recognition can arrive as a vibration before it becomes an event. This is where many souls become confused. They think divine connection means never questioning, never feeling afraid, never needing discernment. But sacred recognition does not remove your humanity. It invites you to become more honest with it. You can feel a powerful pull and still move slowly. You can sense meaning and still allow reality to reveal itself. You can honor the spiritual dimension of a connection without abandoning your boundaries, your wisdom, or your ability to observe how someone actually treats you. Even Scripture teaches us to test what we sense. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of God. Discernment is not a rejection of faith. It is faith with open eyes. The soul may notice a sacred possibility, but your choices must be guided by truth, character, and peace. A connection worthy of your heart will not be threatened by your need to move with wisdom. The heart remembers in symbols before the mind understands in facts. It may recognize gentleness before it recognizes a face. It may sense emotional depth before a conversation has even taken place. It may feel drawn toward a particular kind of love because that love reflects a template your soul has been preparing to embody. But the purpose of this recognition is not to make you wait passively for someone else to complete the story. It is to show you what kind of truth your heart is ready to live. Sometimes the person you recognize is also a reflection of the person you are becoming. The qualities you feel in them may be awakening within you: steadiness, devotion, courage, emotional honesty, and the ability to remain soft without becoming fragile. The encounter may be less about possession and more about revelation. It may show you that the love you once thought was impossible has become imaginable inside your own spirit. Most people struggle with divine love because they have been trained to distrust the very tenderness they are longing for. They have learned to call their sensitivity weakness, their intuition imagination, and their desire for depth unrealistic. They have adapted to relationships where they had to perform, prove, pursue, or shrink themselves to remain chosen. So when a connection appears to carry a different frequency, the old wounds begin to speak. One wound says this cannot be real because nothing beautiful stays. Another says if he sees the real you, he will leave. Another disguises itself as certainty and whispers, "You must make this happen immediately or you will lose it." These voices are not prophecies, they are echoes. They come from the emotional body, from earlier experiences that taught you to associate love with uncertainty. The heart may be ready for sacred union, while the nervous system is still expecting abandonment. That is why divine love often begins with recalibration. Before the relationship can feel safe, your inner world must learn that safety is not the same as boredom, and intensity is not the same as intimacy. A calm love may initially feel unfamiliar because it does not activate the old alarms. There is no constant guessing, no need to read between every line, no cycle of closeness and withdrawal that keeps you addicted to relief. Peace can feel strangely quiet when your body has been conditioned to mistake emotional turbulence for passion, but the still waters of a healthy connection are not empty. They are deep enough for trust to grow. There is a difference between being recognized and being idealized. A soul-aligned connection does not require you to become a perfect image in someone's mind. It creates room for the living, changing, human you. The person who is meant to meet you in truth will not only be drawn to your light, they will respect your limits, your pace, your complexity, and your right to remain fully yourself. Idealization places you on a pedestal and eventually resents you for being human. Recognition sits beside you. It sees the scars without turning them into your identity. It sees your gifts without demanding that you perform them endlessly. It allows laughter, imperfection, repair, and ordinary days. Divine love is not proven by how beautifully someone imagines you from a distance. It is proven by how carefully they handle the truth of you when you are near. The first chamber of the heart opens when you stop asking whether you are worthy of being recognized and begin recognizing yourself. This is the worthiness awakening. It is not a performance of confidence. It is the quiet decision to stop negotiating against your own value. You no longer explain away neglect because someone occasionally offers tenderness. You no longer mistake longing for evidence that you must accept less. You no longer make another person's uncertainty the measurement of your beauty. Worthiness is not something another person grants when they finally choose you. It is the ground beneath your feet before anyone arrives. It is present in the morning when you rise, in the breath you take, in the boundaries you keep, and in the life you are building. The soul that knows its worth does not demand perfection from love, but it does require respect. It understands that being desired is not the same as being cherished, and being pursued is not the same as being safe. When this inner door opens, your energy changes. You become less available for relationships that only respond when you disappear. You begin to notice the difference between someone being fascinated by your mystery and someone being willing to know you with consistency. You stop chasing the feeling of being chosen because you have begun choosing the emotional environment in which your heart can breathe. You may notice that certain conversations no longer satisfy you. Apologies without change begin to sound hollow. Promises without action lose their spell. You become sensitive to the difference between words that create a beautiful moment and behavior that creates a beautiful life. This is not becoming cold. It is becoming clear. The rose does not become less beautiful because it grows thorns. It becomes protected enough to remain alive. The next opening is the mirror of recognition. A sacred counterpart is not sent to rescue you from the parts of yourself you refuse to meet. A meaningful connection reflects what you are ready to integrate. If you are healing your fear of abandonment, the relationship may bring that fear to the surface. Not to punish you, but to reveal where reassurance must begin within you. If you are learning to receive, you may discover how often you redirect affection, minimize your needs, or assume that support always carries a hidden cost. The mirror may show you where you still believe love must be earned. It may reveal the places where you speak of independence, but secretly wish someone would notice that you are exhausted. It may uncover the habit of offering understanding to everyone except yourself. These revelations are not evidence that you are broken. They are invitations to bring light into rooms you once kept locked. This does not mean every difficult relationship is divine, or that pain should be glorified as proof of spiritual importance. It means the right connection can become a mirror through which both people are invited into greater honesty. The measure is not how dramatic the bond feels. The measure is whether it expands your capacity for truth, respect, accountability, and love. A bond that continually diminishes you is not made sacred by suffering. A relationship that asks you to ignore cruelty is not a spiritual assignment you must complete. Love can challenge you without humiliating you. It can expose your fears without exploiting them. It can invite growth while still offering kindness. The fruit matters: greater peace, greater integrity, greater freedom, and a deeper ability to love without losing yourself. Then comes the release of inherited patterns. Some of what you call chemistry may be familiarity with an old wound. You may have been taught that love must be earned through patience, sacrifice, emotional labor, or silence. You may have watched one person pursue while the other withdrew, and unknowingly repeated that rhythm because it was the language your body learned first. You may have inherited the belief that the woman who gives the most is the one who loves the best. You may have confused endurance with devotion and self-denial with purity of heart. But love was never meant to be a cross you carry alone while calling your exhaustion holy. Love bears all things does not mean love permits all things. Sacred love bears truth, responsibility, and the work of becoming whole. The karmic door opens when you stop carrying relationships that have already completed their lesson. You can honor what someone taught you without keeping the door open to what harmed you. You can release the role of healer, translator, rescuer, or endlessly understanding partner. You can forgive without returning. You can love someone's soul and still decide that their behavior is not safe for your life. Forgiveness can be a river that carries the past away, not a bridge requiring you to cross back into it. You are allowed to bless a chapter and close the book. You are allowed to stop explaining your pain to someone committed to misunderstanding it. When you release what repeatedly wounds you, you are not failing love. You are protecting the sacred life entrusted to you. Every time you release an old contract, you return energy to yourself. The space that once held anticipation, analysis, and emotional exhaustion becomes available for creativity, friendship, health, and genuine intimacy. This is how the heart becomes magnetic, not by pulling someone toward you through force, but by no longer broadcasting that you will abandon yourself to keep them near. The fourth opening is surrender to timing. This is one of the most difficult, because the heart often receives an impression before the outer world provides confirmation. You may sense that a meeting matters, that a conversation is approaching, or that someone carries an energy familiar to you. But sensing possibility is not the same as possessing a guarantee. Seeds do not become trees because we keep digging them up to inspect their progress. Some things require darkness, patience, and unseen preparation. Yet patience does not mean neglecting the garden. You still water what is alive. You still remove what is choking the roots. You still turn toward the sun. In the same way, surrender is not passivity. It is participating faithfully without trying to control the harvest. Sacred timing is not a command to remain frozen. It is an invitation to keep living while the story unfolds. You do not have to pause your joy until someone arrives. You do not have to interpret every coincidence as a promise. You do not have to chase signs when your own body is asking for rest. Divine timing becomes trustworthy when it is joined with wise action, speaking honestly, honoring boundaries, remaining open, and allowing reality to meet intuition. The fifth opening is magnetic embodiment. You cannot call in a relationship rooted in mutual devotion while continually practicing self-abandonment. The frequency of sacred love must become familiar inside you before it can feel natural beside you. This means giving yourself the consistency you wish another person would provide. It means keeping promises to yourself. It means making room for tenderness without making your entire identity dependent on receiving it from one particular person. Ask yourself what the love you desire would feel like on an ordinary Tuesday. Would it feel like calm communication, emotional responsibility, shared laughter, space to grow, genuine curiosity? Then begin creating those conditions in your own life. Make your home, your schedule, your friendships, and your inner dialogue compatible with the relationship you say you are ready to receive. Sacred embodiment may look very ordinary. It may be turning off your phone instead of checking for a message. It may be choosing nourishing food, telling the truth about your feelings, or allowing yourself to rest without guilt. It may be learning to enjoy your own company so that companionship becomes an addition to your wholeness rather than an escape from emptiness. The frequency of love is built in small daily decisions long before it is witnessed in a grand romantic moment. The sixth opening is the wisdom of the distance. Sometimes space reveals what closeness concealed. It shows whether a connection was built on presence or on projection. It gives each person the opportunity to become more honest about what they want and what they are capable of offering. Distance is not automatically proof of a destined bond, nor is separation always a sacred test. Sometimes distance is protection. Sometimes it is preparation. Sometimes it is preparation. The wisdom is found in what the space teaches you. Are you becoming more grounded or more consumed? Are you returning to your life or abandoning it to monitor someone else's movements? Are you developing trust or creating explanations to avoid accepting what is plainly in front of you? A sacred path will not require you to betray your discernment. If the connection is real and healthy, clarity will become more available over time. And finally, there is the readiness to receive. This is the point at which you understand that reunion is not merely two people entering the same room. It is two people capable of meeting without demanding that the other erase themselves. It is affection with integrity, desire with responsibility, vulnerability with boundaries. It is the willingness to let the connection become real rather than keeping it protected inside imagination. The heart that is ready for sacred love does not need to know every detail in advance. It does not need to force a name onto a feeling. It does not need to turn uncertainty into a lifelong waiting room. It is open, but not unguarded. Hopeful, but not helpless. Intuitive, but still discerning. It allows the unseen to guide it, while requiring the seen to confirm it. So if he described you before ever seeing you, allow that mystery to touch your heart without making it carry the entire future. Perhaps your presence was already moving through conversations you had not heard. Perhaps the qualities he named were qualities your soul had been cultivating long before the meeting. Perhaps the recognition is an invitation to become more visible to yourself, so that when someone truly sees you, you do not instinctively hide. You are not being asked to prove that this connection is destined. You are being asked to become the kind of person who can receive love without turning it into a test of survival. You are being asked to let your heart be tender and intelligent at the same time, to listen for the quiet knowing while remaining faithful to what is honest, mutual, and present. The deeper transmission is this: you have never been invisible to the love meant for you. You may have been hidden from it by the identities you adopted to survive. The agreeable one, the endlessly patient one, the one who needs nothing, the one who waits for another person to define her value. But beneath those identities, there is a living frequency that has always been recognizable. Your divine counterpart, whoever is truly aligned with your path, will not need you to become less radiant in order to feel secure. They will not ask you to shrink your intuition, silence your needs, or compete with your own heart. They will meet the version of you who has stopped begging to be understood and has begun speaking from self-respect. And if the person connected to this message is meant to walk beside you, the relationship will not be sustained by signs alone. It will be nourished through action, communication, emotional maturity, and the courage to show up. Let that truth protect the sacredness of what you feel. Real love does not become less magical when it becomes accountable. It becomes more beautiful because it can finally live in the world. Tonight, place your hand over your heart and breathe slowly. Say to yourself, I am willing to be recognized without performing. I am willing to receive love without abandoning myself. I trust what is true to reveal itself through clarity, consistency, and peace. Then release the need to force an answer. Let your life continue to expand. Let your joy become evidence that your heart is already in union with its own deepest wisdom. You are not waiting to become worthy of love. You are learning to recognize the love that honors your worth. You are not being delayed from your destiny. You are being refined away from every bond that requires you to disappear. And you are not alone in this awakening. Every honest boundary, every released pattern, every moment you choose peace over pursuit is bringing you closer to the relationship your healed heart can actually sustain. Before you scroll, take a moment to be part of what's forming here. Drop one intention in the comments, something real from your heart journey. Then respond to someone else's with encouragement or love. This isn't content, it's collective healing. Love multiplies when hearts connect. If something in this message resonated, don't keep it to yourself. Someone in your life is waiting for this exact activation. Share it. And if you felt a soul nudge, subscribe. Stay in the flow of divine love guidance. You're not just watching, you're healing. This is your sacred space. And we're just getting started.